We're here with third-year defensive coordinator Andy Greening. Coach, you enter your third season, kind of a reversal of fortunes. The first year, number 3 defense in the state, number 10 last year. What are you really looking to improve this year, and what can you work on this first few weeks of practice?
Well, Kevin, you know, at this point in time, this time of the year, it's conditioning, you know, making sure, and, you know, you only get 4 or 5 good plays, and then they get tired, and here we go, you know, start messing up. But that's what you work on the first week of practice during this, you know, the first 3 days.
A big piece of the puzzle comes back in Jordan Leslie. You guys worked together 2 years ago. That's when we had the number 3 defense in the state. You guys back together. How good is it having that combination back together this year?
Well, you know, I think he's as good a young coach as there is in the country. I'll tell that to anybody. He's real energetic, real smart. Knows our defense, knows the defense that we run, and I pretty much let him run the show. I'll be honest with you.
You lose the signal caller last year, and David Connor, an All-American. You bring in a big-time transfer, and, you know, how has he been impressive this year in camp?
Well, we hope he's going to be big time. So far, we've been very impressed with it. But, you know, until the lights come on, we don't really know that. But, you know, the credentials are there. He's a great hard worker, you know, and he's got the transfer situation. He's, you know, obviously he should be further along than everybody else because he's been waiting a year.
You never know what you're going to get from year to year. It's a new filter of players that come in year in and year out. Some 35 new players this year. Just through the first couple practices, talk about maybe the cohesiveness between the defense and as a unit. Are they all working well together?
Well, not only that, the thing, and you know, I've been doing this a long time, Kevin, and the thing that in this league, you got to have cohesiveness on offense and defense. You know, obviously the defense got to play together, offense, but you know, this is a lot of time. A lot of these kids have just played on one side of the ball, and you know, and we've got as coaches, we've got to make sure that we're all on the same page. And I mean, the kicking game, offense, defense, that's very important at this level.
2 things non-football related. One, you just had a new grandbaby, so congratulations on that. And then second, the field is in phenomenal shape, by the way. I know the coaches as a team basically all kind of rotate, cutting the field and stuff throughout the summer, but the field's in great condition, by the way. It's probably got to be one of the best in the state practice field, so always good work with that.
Well, yes, and then thank you
for noticing.
Proud as I can be of young Hudson. I've got a good life ahead of me, getting to be around him. And yeah, we've worked hard on these fields. You know, they were not in very good shape, and we spent a lot of time on them. And you know, it just cuts down on injuries. That's the main thing.
Back to football, we have 9 games, just 4 at home again, 5 on the road, the first 2 away from Senatobia. Are we going to be ready to play come August 30th?
Well, you know, you don't ever know. I'll be honest with you. You think you know, I feel like we've come a long way since we started 3 days. You know, this is our 3rd day. But, you know, I feel like we will be, you know, and it's very important to get off to a good start in this league. You know, I found out from experience that you start losing and, you know, things start happening. And if you win, good things happen. So it's important to stay on the top, you know, and in the first 2 games are South games, don't count in their division, but still they're important as far as team morale and all the other things that go along with that.
The main thing you mentioned right at the beginning of the interview was about conditioning. It's been in the upper 90s, 98, 99 here the first few days, but actually a little bit cooler today and some cooler temperatures expected the next, you know, few days maybe in the upper 80s and some rain and stuff. How big of a difference does that make that's a little bit cooler out here?
Well, from a conditioning standpoint, it probably hurts us, you know, because they're not going to get as much conditioning. But from a mental standpoint, it helps. You know, and at this point, we're to the point, I think, you know, I really don't worry about getting in shape. You know, we got 3 weeks, 3.5 more weeks to practice. We got time to get in shape. But the mental things, the little things now is what we're starting to work on. You know, the steps and all the reads and all that stuff. And that's what it probably will help us mentally.
Coach, appreciate you visiting with us. We're finishing up day 3. Best of luck here the rest of the fall camp.
Appreciate it, Kevin.